culture lovers, and welcome to Super Unusual Theater. I'm your host, the Unusual Stranger. Tonight, we journey to Mexico, where an evil baron returns to life to fulfill a centuries-old curse by destroying the descendants of his long-dead enemies. There really is no way to control the subjects a man studies, and if the baron invites you to take a look inside his locked cabinet, you'd best decline. Later, I'll return here to Mondo Mansion with more strange stuff. But for now, watch out for that tongue. It's the one and only Brainiac. Many of you are probably wondering why I wear this mask. Well, my past has long been shrouded in mystery. But now, for the first time, I will reveal the origin of the Unusual Stranger. In the days before I was known as the Unusual Stranger, I was a collector of mystic artifacts and arcane objects. I traveled the world to obtain many rare and unusual items. Eventually, my obsession led me to the jungles of Cambodia. After a long and arduous journey, I discovered the lost city of Zakor. Once I entered the ruins of that forbidden jungle city, my life would never be the same again. I saw many wondrous things within the walls of Zakor. I was especially drawn to a magnificent-looking mask that was mounted on a stone platform. I was compelled by some unnatural urge to place the mask on my face. The mask released thousands of tiny spikes that burrowed deeply into the flesh of my face. The pain was unbearable, and since that day, I have never been able to remove the mask from my face. The pain from the mask had driven me mad. I wandered aimlessly for 3 months, eating nothing but jungle worms and swamp rats. Eventually, the madness began to pass, and I found my way out of the jungle. For a time, I lived among the beggars of a city with a long-forgotten name. I finally regained all of my senses and set out to learn the secret of the mask. Along the way, I acquired the mystic Eye of Omar. The eye is a powerful talisman, and it has saved my life on more than one occasion. I am now a paranormal investigator, and I have had many battles with the forces of evil. I now reside here in Mondo Mansion, where it is my great pleasure to share with you the strangest films ever made! You know, when I'm not investigating a paranormal anomaly or traveling the world to search for curiosities, one of my favorite hobbies is genetic experimentation. Now, my good friends Dr. Collins and Dr. Landers over at the Human Genome Project have encouraged me to pursue my interest in genetic research. You see, the fellows over at the Genome Lab have been gracious enough to donate me with a living culture to, play with. And the culture has been growing in this petri dish for about 4 months, and as you can see, it's turned into a lovely human head. I call him Jasper. Jasper is fully cognizant. However, thus far he has been unable to speak. I moved him here to the dank dungeon of Mondo Mansion in hopes that the damp air might stimulate his facial muscles and soften the tissues. But thus far, I've been unsuccessful. It seems that Jasper has been afflicted by some sort of paralysis effect. I am now going to attempt electroshock therapy to stimulate the facial muscles. Go. On there. Okay, that's full power. We should get some results now. Come on, Jasper, come on. That's full power. Come on. That's full power. Come on, old boy, speak. Speak, Jasper. Come on, speak. Speak. Come on, speak. Oh. It's no use. I'll have to remove the brain and conduct a full experiment.
And the person who did it is an expert in anatomy, too.
I wish they'd find some way to control the subjects of man studies. A maniac with a lot of knowledge is a threat.
Well, I think we've all learned a lesson here. Just think about it. If you're an evil baron who practices witchcraft, you will be burned at the stake by inquisitors. And then you'll be resurrected hundreds of years later by hitching a ride on a comet. And if you inexplicably turn into a monster who sucks the brains from innocent victims, then you can count on the cops invading your pad and destroying you with flamethrowers. So you see, the lesson is, well, the moral of the story is, well, what they were trying to say was, oh, my brain hurts. Oh, until next time, stay strange. Oh, too much Brainiac. Oh.